Hey guys, this is Steve. If you've been watching my channel for very long, you've probably noticed and maybe even cringed a little bit at how I just have my carving knives and gouges laying on the desk. Today I want to show you a sweet solution for that problem. So check it out and maybe you'll find something you'd like to add to your carving station.
So I think it's time we address this issue. The way I have my tools just laying out here on the desk isn't really the best practice. These little gouges, everything kind of, the knives, they get knocked around a little bit. It can be, reaching for something and grab a sharp edge, or the nicely stropped and cared for knife edges get dinged around. It's just not a good practice. So I'm going to take some time and come up with a solution for some of these.
Okay, here's what I've come up with for my new desk design for now going forward. And my favorite part of the whole thing is what I've come up with up here for knife storage. This works out really well. Keeps everything put up and away. It's easy to grab a hold of. Again, I just made these little sheaths out of scraps of pine and some pieces of leather. And you can, and I may someday, you can carve these into some little figures or whatever. But for now, it just works really well to put those up in there. They go in there. They're nice and stable. And like I said, I can see them right in front of me when I'm working. And just grab them and put them to use, and then put them away and keep them nice. That's kind of the plan. Okay, I have upgraded my computer for editing, and it's a beast. And in order to make it fit on my desk with all the carving tools and the carving activities, I needed to elevate it up here, get it up off the desk. Another benefit of that is keeps it out of the dirt and dust a little bit from carving. So what I'm going to do, just using some scrap plywood that I've had around, is all this is. It's nothing fancy, but I'm going for functional here. So I'm going to have this shelf mounted in here. I got to determine the height yet. But in order to determine the height, I'm going to make a rack out of some dowel here to store my knives in. I'm going to build, I've been building these knife sheaths. I'm not carving them. I might someday carve something into these or whatever, but this is just pine, and put the 2 pieces of leather in there. It makes a really nice protective sheath for your knives. I'm going to use this 3/8 inch dowel, and it's going to be, I just laid this on here, so it will sit on top of this one and slide in, bottom out on this one, and then the weight of the handle will kind of tip it in there against this top one, this bottom one. That'll just kind of hold it. And then moving down here, if you remember in the past, I don't know how much I showed it in other videos, but I had a small shelf against the wall that had my paint sitting on. It was hard to reach. So now I've got my paints all organized, labeled on the top here, and so it's easy to find stuff, and I can just reach up here and grab the whole basket, get what I need, put them back. Got a few more in this basket, and then over here on this little guy is where I'm keeping my paint brushes. And then I have this threaded screw on the end of a rod here for holding small pieces to paint them. And then down below, I've got some oil, some bees oil, a couple pieces of wood. There's some sharpening stuff and just some miscellaneous things down underneath there. So I'm pretty excited about this new setup. Okay, and then if you remember, I had my palm gouges sitting out here too. And I came up with this is just a basic design here. It's just functional, is what I was going for. Nothing fancy. Again, I just took a couple of scraps of plywood, cut them into some strips, and separated them with 4 3/8 dowels. It's the same dowel I used for the knife rack up there. Then I just drilled some holes and just made them the right size. So these Drake palm gouges fit in there real nice. Got a couple flex cut gouges back here. They also go in there nice. They tend to stick in there a little bit if you push down on them. But then, of course, you got to plan for some expansion here. We're going to have to buy some more knives and some more gouges. But I've got 4 holes back here that I can add 4 more gouges if I want, and plenty of room for more knives. So that's my setup. Now it's time to do some carving. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed taking a peek at the latest and greatest organized carving station here. And coming up this year, there seems to be kind of a season for carving. I've been putting out some videos over the summer, but not very many. As we move further into fall and we get going, we'll have some more videos for everybody. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe, hit the like, and stay tuned for more carving entertainment. It's like this guy over here says, hit the like button and subscribe. All right, thanks for watching.